to another episode of Unveil the Real podcast. I'm your host, Scoobs. Now, before we get into this week, we're in the week of week 18 of NFL football. I just have to make a quick statement. And again, I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for this. Me being a Chiefs fan, that's one thing. But in my personal opinion, uh, this league is pretty boring for the rest of this season. Just being completely honest, man. Chiefs are out. Bills are hanging in there, but not looking too good. Lamar is on the verge of between him and the Steelers. They are possibly going to make the playoffs, but with him making his comeback this week, we are going to get into that a little bit. But uh, and my just that's just my personal opinion, man. We have quite a few quarterbacks that actually are in the playoffs that have no playoff experience, and that is that's no shot to any quarterbacks because again, it's a blessing to be able to be playing in the NFL period, but it's just the fact that some of the elite quarterbacks that we all know are most likely not going to make it far, maybe even to the Super Bowl. Um, and it's just unfortunate, man. Like I said, I know this might seem a little petty, but this is just my personal opinion, man. This league, it is. I love the NFL. It is my favorite time of the year. Um, Very entertaining. It's the best sport on in the world. It's in different countries and all that good stuff now. So, just my personal opinion, man. We gonna keep rocking with it. Keep giving you all the information and the updates as far as the AFC West and other NFL teams and other news. But I just think that this the rest of this season is kind of just down the drain. No matter who wins the Super Bowl, no matter who goes to the Super Bowl, So again, shout out to all the teams that are making it far and advancing to the playoffs. But that is just my personal opinion, man. Boring, done. Nobody really cares. And to be honest, if you are a true NFL fan, a true fan of football, you can really see there is no team that is actually like there's no team that is just like a guarantee like yeah, they definitely going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they going to go far in the playoffs. You really don't. I promise you. Be realistic, y'all. There is no team in the NFL right now that has just a guarantee. Everyone can say the Patriots, but not necessarily. Everyone can say the Seahawks. They've been having some pretty close games. You know what I'm saying? Uh 49ers are making a nice little comeback. A lot of injuries are coming back for them. So it's the few little teams like that uh, that we really just have to look out for. Look at the breakout game that Derrick Henry had this past week without Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They ran down the Ravens ran down their throat. You know what I'm saying? And won the game. So um, we just have to keep our eyes open because again, I believe the Ravens and Steelers that might be the last game. Who again it's win or go home. If that makes sense to make the playoffs. So uh, that might be the one of the main games to look at this week. So we will keep you guys updated. All right. Now let's get into the AFC West. Let's start with the Texans and Chargers game. Very, very interesting game. Man, shout out to Justin Herbert. I'll give him this. He has a lot of heart, playing through a few little injuries. And if I'm correct, I don't even believe he's playing this coming week. Uh, Heading into week 18. So we just have to keep our eyes out for that. I'm not for sure if that injury report is going to change before the game. But anyway, yeah. So the Texans beat the Chargers 20-16. Now C.J. Stroud, man, he's definitely having a bounce back season. From last season. Obviously, well, let me say this from the past couple of seasons. But again, beating the Chargers, man. 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, also 2 interceptions. Again, we have to give the Chargers defense the credit where it is due. Chargers defense is very, very good, man. We cannot deny that. Um, that I mean, I feel like they're on the verge of setting records for interceptions or turnovers or something like that. They got to be amongst maybe the top three defenses in the NFL right now. So we'll just see how that is moving forward. All right. Now, as far as Justin Herbert, man, he threw 200. Jesus, man, he threw 236 yards, 1 touchdown, and only one interception. Now, again, with the Texans with this win, and they're on a nice little winning streak as well. It just came down to the wire. It actually came down to a couple penalties, a couple flags, and that's what kept the Texans on top. So, we really just got to keep our eyes open. Again, with Herbert sitting out this game, we're going to see how they move forward from this because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So, hey, let's just talk about that next week as we, keep moving forward. All right. Now, headed into this Giants Raiders game. I don't even like to talk about the Raiders too much. I believe most people realize that now. Giants beat the Raiders 34-10. Obvious victory. With let's see, what is the Raiders? The Raiders are now 2-14. The Giants are now 3-13. So definitely one of the most irrelevant games that I actually you know, ended up watching. I actually was live streaming. You guys can definitely catch me on live streaming on TikTok for a lot of the NFL games. Go follow my TikTok page. Go follow the Instagram page. And most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. Now, back to the game. Jackson Dart, man, I will give him his credit, and I want to see his rushing yard after I read off these stats. So he threw for 207 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He was only sacked 2 times. Now let's look at the rushing yards for Jackson Dart. He rushed for nine. He rushed 9 times for 48 yards. He has 2 touchdowns. All right, so that kind of makes the difference when we're talking about Jackson Dart, man. A rookie quarterback who is not afraid. He is not afraid of the contact. He is not afraid of anybody. So we definitely got to keep a lookout for him because the fact that the Giants are going to have to be a team a lot of people are going to have to look out for next football season with most likely Malik Neighbors coming back. Is it the rookie? I think his name is Robinson. Let's look at some of their receivers. Yeah. Wandale Robinson, Darius Slayton. He might be retiring. I can't believe he's actually still playing. But yes, Darius Slayton, and a few other guys. Obviously, people are trying to have high hopes for the rookie running back Scatterboo, which again had a nice run. Had a very, very nice run. But again, just like most hard-headed running backs, injuries come, that's just the way it goes in the NFL. He just has to take better care of himself, and, we'll just keep moving forward from there, all right? Now, I read out these Raider stats as well. Geno Smith. Geno Smith threw for 176 yards. He threw 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 3 times. And, yeah, that is about it for him. 16 carries and 60 yards for Ashton Genty. Obviously, rookie running back. He definitely is going to have a promising future, man. For the most part, he is staying healthy. I believe he did get banged up, once or maybe twice this football season. But again, you're trying to give a rookie running back like him the heavy load, which is not a bad idea. But it really makes it hard when your quarterback's not producing at a high level. I know they're missing, or let's see, is Brock? Yeah, see, Brock Byers must be injured again because he doesn't have any stats, so he must didn't even play in this game. Obviously, Michael Mayers, which is the other tight end. pretty good tight end actually, but he was one of the top targets this week. So we just have to keep an eye out for how the Raiders are going to respond. With the Raiders, who from what I know, they're going to have the first round draft pick, for this coming year's draft, 2026. So a lot to look forward to see how, with Genty, with Brock Bowers, you got a couple tight ends, you still got a couple receivers, but they definitely need to, you know, uh, produce a little bit more when it comes to wide receivers. But overall, I wonder if, obviously, first round draft pick, they might end up getting a quarterback. At this point, they need to. So maybe this is something that the Raiders have been trying to set up for, the past year or so. But again, shout out to the Raiders. Uh, as a Chiefs fan, we do not like y'all. But again, as long as you guys are making smart moves, sometimes it does take a couple years to actually line up the players that you need in order to, have a winning season. All right. All right. So moving forward to the Christmas Day game, the Chiefs versus Broncos. Now, and please forgive me if I get the quarterback's name um messed up. So our third, I believe he's our third string quarterback, Mister Chris, a lot of a lot of Kane or something like that. Again, threw for 60. It's kind of weird matchup, or not weird matchup, weird stats. But he threw 13 for 22, 66 yards, one touchdown pass, zero interceptions, which is great, and he was only sacked one time. Again, he really had a pretty good performance. Being a third string quarterback. Versus this high-powered Broncos defense that the NFL's been talking about for probably the past like about 2 years now. Again, Kareem Hunt 7 carries, 38 yards. Pacheco 9 carries for 32 yards, and those are probably the highs. Kelsey had being one of the top targets with 5 receptions, 36 yards. I know Brashard Smith, who was that rookie running back. He's the one who scored one of the touchdowns. Who scored the other touchdown? Or did we only? Dang, did we only kick? Yeah, okay. We only jeez, we only scored one touchdown, which I pretty obviously with 13 points, and we kicked two other field goals. So again, um, the final score was 20-13. 7 points. So we lost by one score. You have some people that might say, "Oh, the Broncos took it easy," blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, man, AFC West, you gotta. They won, but I truly just don't believe there's a such thing as just taking it easy in a football game. Anything could happen as far as injuries, as far as just one big play could really change the whole temperature of the game. So now let me read off the stats for the Broncos, man. Bo Nix threw for 182 yards, threw one touchdown, one interception, and he was only sacked one time. So did he rush in? Okay, he did rush in one touchdown as well. So you know, hey, got to do what you got to do. Shout out to the wife. Me and the wife actually went to that game on Christmas Day. Uh, you know, that was something fun that we really wanted to enjoy ourselves. Shout out to the sis Betty, for that plug. But regardless, again, very, 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 very entertaining game. If regardless of where you are in the world, whether the U.S. or out the countries, I highly suggest that you, please enjoy the experience of an NFL game. It is probably one of the best experiences that you can, really imagine. Even if you don't even watch football, too much. Trust me, it is definitely something worth trying to just look into to explore to experience, man, because the culture, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, everyone is just having a great time. The energy rather you're, because even us, we sat next to some Broncos fans. It's all love. We were talking trash to each other, then we're laughing, high fiving, we're having a good time, man. So it's always love. It's always just a great vibe and a good time at the football games. Now, yes, you do occasionally have your uh, serious fans who really take things a little too serious, but overall, man, great, great time. I'm so glad we got to. I try my best to at least go to at least one football game a season, and and definitely in the future, I do plan on going to a Chiefs game or any type of game in the future at all the other stadiums. All right. In other news, Indiana beat Alabama in the Rose Bowl game, guys, 38-3. Man, who knows what is really going on with Alabama? Um, they probably have to give Nick Saban a call, or something. But again, I feel like that was more of Nick Saban's call as far as just getting out of there. Again, with all of those players getting the NIL money and all the sponsors and endorsements and things like that. I think he's seen it early and look at the results. Who would have thought? Who would have thought 3 or 4 years ago that Indiana would be beating Alabama in a Rose Bowl game? All right. Now, shout out to Fernando Mendoza, who was also the Heisman Trophy winner. He is the starting quarterback for Indiana. Again, just to throw out his stats real quick, he threw 14 for 16, almost a perfect pass average, 192 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and he only rushed for 6 yards. Again, this is in the Pro Bowl game versus Alabama, so this kind of speaks a lot about what the NFL could look forward to next year. And again, hey, if Mendoza ends up being the one going in the first round, which most likely he is, hey, is he going to the Raiders? Or I wonder if the Raiders have to trade up or anything. I was actually kind of trying to do my due diligence on that. So, hey, yep, looks like Raiders. Yes, first round overall pick. So, um, that is something that's going to be a gentleman I think everyone is going to look forward to, man. So again, just wanted to throw out those stats for that. Congratulations to the Indiana I believe it's the Hoosiers beating Alabama. Uh, wow, 38-3 in the Rose Bowl game. Who would have thought, man? So shout out to you, man. You guys deserved it, and hey, much love, much love. Can't wait to see some of these guys in the NFL next year. All right. Let's get into this week's Get 'em Chopping. This week's Get 'em Chopping. To me, it's kind of petty. It might be a little petty, a little bit, but to me, um, I am giving this week's Get 'em Chopping to the Steelers defense. The Steelers defense, who a lot of people had a lot of high hopes for, moving forward just throughout the season, and I think they have had a couple injuries, which hey, it's the NFL. But the big thing about this is, and this is no shot at Shador Sanders, but again, with Shador Sanders not having the best season as well, the Browns ended up, and I'm going to say, yes, the Browns, Shador Sanders ended up beating the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. Now, let me read off Shador Sanders' stats. I'm going to read off both the quarterback stats. Now, Aaron Rodgers, 168 yards, 0 touchdown passes, though. And I wonder if this has a lot to do because they are missing Metcalf with his character issues. Now, Shador Sanders threw for 186 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw 2 interceptions, but regardless, man, hey, shout out to the Browns run game, because the Browns run game stepped it up, man. They had Dylan Sampson, Raheem Sanders, Obviously, Travion Williams. So again, those three running backs right there, man. Or dang, I don't even think he's a running back, but anyway, yeah, he is a running back. So again, those three running backs, man, they really stepped it up. You know, protected Shador, did everything they could, and again, they came out with the victory, man. So again, Steelers defense. Heck, throw Aaron Rodgers on there too, man. You get over there with them two, Aaron Rodgers. Y'all got to get him chopped, man. All right, that's pretty bad, you know. But again, shout out to Shador Sanders. Again, a win's a win any way you can get, which is why the Steelers are in the hunt right now to even make it to the playoffs, going up against the Ravens again this weekend. So, again, shout out to the Shador Sanders. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns. Again, they're headed in the right direction, man. So, I think we are a little excited to see how, you know, Shador Sanders and how just the Cleveland Browns organization is going to move forward next football season, because this is going to be interesting now. All right.
Man, my life is so gorgeous. Man, my life is so gorgeous. Man, my life is so gorgeous.
All right, so let's get into some reaction videos. Here we go. Gotta go.
OG, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
You just a security guard. You was not 911.
Exactly.
Leave their ass alone.
Yeah.
I know you seen that big ass Draco.
Exactly. OG definitely made an executive decision. Hey, you were not top flight. Nobody's getting hurt. Hey, the best thing for you to do is get up out of there, call the cops, call for backup, call whoever, boy. You better call Meteor Man, Method Man, somebody, cause that ain't it. That ain't it, OG. You made the smart decision. You could tell he was just kind of froze, like, are they serious? It looked like a rap video. They basically was shooting a rap video with real guns, Dracos, and all types of stuff in the video. Again, shout out to the OG for not trying to intervene. Gotta be smart, y'all. Again, especially nowadays, man. Some of the younger guys, younger folk, girls too. You know, they get these guns and they have no idea what to do with them. I just reviewed a video last week about how some guy was trying to show off his gun on social media. I have no idea why. Who puts a gun to their face? And he crossed his face and he ended up actually hitting the trigger, knocking out some of his teeth, and I'm sure he had to get stitches or something like that in his jaw. So, hey, shout out to him, man. Honestly, if I was security, nope. Y'all got it. But again, it's your job. So the best thing for you to do, call the cops. All right. Let's get into this next one.
A 7-year-old grabbed a neighbor's delivery, ate it, and ended up in the ER. His mother sued for $1 million. 80-year-old Yumi lives alone and relies on takeout. That noon, his order vanished from the hallway. Minutes later, pounding at the door. The neighbor accused Yumi of poisoning her son. Yumi was stunned. Her boy had stolen the food. Now she was blaming him.
Right.
Police came. Cameras show the child taking the sealed bag from outside Yumi's door and eating it in the stairwell. The label listed allergens. Peanut butter was a main ingredient. The boy, who has a serious allergy, vomited and was rushed to the hospital. The mother argues Yumi left a dangerous item in a corridor, creating a hazard for children.
Wow.
Online, some say Yumi shouldn't leave food in shared space. Others say responsibility follows the eater, not the owner. Analysts note 2 lines: a parent's duty to prevent minors from eating unknown food, and a resident's limited duty after receiving a sealed meal. If labels and seals met standards, $1 million claim will be hard to sustain.
Exactly.
Yumi says his only intention was to eat his lunch, not harm anyone. A 7-year-old grabbed a neighbor's delivery.
So, not only is the son dumb, the mother is even dumber. And I truly hope she paid an enormous amount of money to those lawyers. Because, yes, again, nobody wants I don't want anybody to die or, injuries or anything like that. But, ma'am, your son stole somebody's food. It's amazing to me. The more I get into a lot of videos like this, it's amazing to me for what the lawyers actually come up with to actually defend their client. Like, how is that a dangerous environment? It's DoorDash or whatever company that elderly person with it. They said that person is like 80 years old. 80 years old. You're trying to sue them for $1 million? Like, you really got to make that make sense, man. Your son tried to steal, or not even tried it. Your son stole the food. That is not like, are we missing the point here? Now again, I get it. I'm a parent as well. But this is why it's very, very, very important to teach our kids not to do stupid things like this. Be more thankful, be more grateful for the food that we have in our own house. It's the reason why we have our own food in our own house, because again, we know our kids' allergies, we know what our kids like and dislike. Now, at the end of the day, again, this is your son's fault, ma'am. You cannot blame this on anybody else, especially not no 80-year-old who literally just ordered some food. How can you blame him, her, whoever for that? That is ridiculous, man. So obviously, I think it said they're suing for about $1 million. So I know that's probably going to get overturned. Again, both of y'all are idiots. Your son knows right from wrong. Obviously, it looks like a teenager. Raise your kids better than this. Do you guys need food? Like, why is he just walking around stealing people's food? Like, can we answer that question? That's going to question authorities in your behalf. Why is your son starving? Are you not feeding your son? There's a lot of questions that can go on in this. So I'm sure the court is going to get to it. So, hey, shout out to them, man.
I broke Jake's jaw.
His teeth look a bit removed as well.
Yeah, his teeth have come out of place. But credit to him, he done well. But I told him what was going to happen. But it just took 6 rounds to do that.
People will criticise you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because, like, we're elite fighters. Like, so I put myself in the shoes of a coach. If I was coaching Anthony Joshua and he went 6 rounds with Jake Paul, I would get him back in the gym tomorrow, give him a bit of a beating, and we're getting straight back to work, because I'll be like, how are you letting this kid take you 6 rounds? Are you crazy? In boxing, there's a time when you systematically break someone down and you see their soul leaving their body. And after a period of time, 2 things start to happen to them. Either they give up or they get knocked out. And there was a bit of a mix. I said to myself, I'm not going to knock you out. I am going to systematically punish you round after round. And like, I wanted this to be slow and methodical. I swear, if I drop down now. And I just kept on hitting him. Sorry. I was hitting him. I kept on hitting him. And I could see I had that mentality where I was like, do you remember in the press conference I said, he's Iverson and I'm Jordan? And I was like, I'm going to just keep breaking him down. Because he was elusive. He was moving well. All right,
so again, I didn't really do any takes on this, on the whole Jake Paul and Joshua fight. I really didn't. I should have. Obviously, it's hilarious. It's just a few things that I just found hilarious about this one. Like I said, obviously Joshua, I keep forgetting his name, but Joshua, again, very, very good fighter, man. He's like an Olympian. He was a champion, boxing champion as well. So, I think a lot of people thought that if this was going to go in Jake Paul's favor, then this definitely was just all rigged and everything. So again, I really like the fact that Josh, is it Joshua?
I broke Jake's jaw.
His teeth look a bit removed as well.
Yeah, his teeth have come.
Anyway, I know he said, I told him. That was the one thing that really called me. He said, I told him. And it's like, obviously, there's always going to be a lot of chatter going back and forth. days, weeks before the actual matchup. That's like a main event. That was a big, huge fight on Netflix. But again, man, the fact that he told him exactly what he was going to do. He enjoyed punishing him the way he did, and I think that was just more hilarious than anything, man. I mean, again, he understands that Jake Paul has just been going through people, rather kickboxers or other fighters or whoever, other athletes, and he made sure that he was not going to continue to disrespect the sport that he's been probably training, probably more than half his life for. So, shout out to him. Again, I love it. I love it, man. It's what you made a career out of, and the fact that you made sure you put him in his place for, even trying his best to disrespect him. I mean, if you guys seen it, Jake Paul fell to his knees so many times, jaw broken, few teeth fell out. I mean, it was a massacre basically. Like, he had no shot. Now, he was moving around pretty good. I will give him that. I watched the fight in the first, 2 or 3 rounds. I'm not for sure exactly if Jake Paul won any of those rounds because it was 6 total rounds. But again, it was too late, man. I mean, once he once he lost control, Josh, you could tell Joshua really just wanted to punish him. He's like, nope, nope, I'm not even gonna knock you out just yet. I'm just gonna take my time and break you down. And that's exactly what he just explained right here in this video. So comment down below, man. What do you guys think about that? Obviously, I'm probably like 2 or 3 weeks behind now, but again, very entertaining fight. Putting someone in their place when you want to disrespect the sport, when you think, obviously you're going to make all this money, but you're not going to embarrass someone who's been training probably their whole life for this. All right. So comment down below what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm excited. Why don't you open the door for everybody?
What do you mean? There was 3 other women in front of us that was open. They was ahead of
But you're
us.
supposed to open the door for me.
Are you? I'm opening the door for you right now.
Do it right now.
It was just open. What do you mean do it right now?
You just a friend. You just a friendly. You too friendly.
I don't like how you talking to me.
Cause you're too friendly.
But you're not gonna try to embarrass me in public.
Ain't nobody see us.
It was real simple.
Oh, don't make me mad.
Don't make you mad.
Do
It's
not
our
make
first
me mad.
date and you're getting upset because I opened the door for 3 other women.
Oh, they on a first date
How many
too?
did you say?
It was 3.
It should have been only me.
Oh,
You know what?
get out of
I'm gonna go
there.
watch a movie. You don't have to do anything. Matter of fact, you open the door yourself. How about that?
That's yeah, I'm excited.
All right, so I think I don't know. I started watching this, but I try to keep it brief whenever I want to review a video. So now, one fun fact about this video is I didn't realize that they were on a date, and this he mentioned first date. That my thing about this that kind of changed my perspective on this video, but that can be dangerous. It was 3 women walking in before him and the lady that he's on a date with. He just opened the door. You know what I'm saying? Now I get whatever. I'm so glad my wife understands. I hold the door for whoever. You know what I'm saying? It's just out of respect for any and everyone. I mean, elderly women. Heck, I don't care if it's a gentleman that's trying to get through. Hey, I'm gonna just hold the door for him too. My wife understands that I'm just a team player like that. For just about anyone. So, and again, the most important thing is I have a son, and at the end of the day, I'm teaching him how to be a gentleman as well. So I definitely teach him how to hold the door for the women, the elderly and whoever else. But Um, I'm not for sure. That kind of just changed my whole perspective on it because again, that's the first date, and which obviously they probably just been getting to know each other for a little while. Now they're going on a date, and that's the first thing that happens. He's like, he had to tell her. He said, "I'm a grown man." He was like, don't embarrass me like that. Like I'm just holding the door. They were in front of us. Like what you want me to do? Like just that was yeah, that was horrible. Get out of there. Yeah, get out of there, brother. Uh, you don't want to just get yourself in a situation like that. That to me, that's being way too insecure. Um, that's just being that's way too over the top. You know what I'm saying on the first date. She's embarrassing herself. She again, you said it yourself, man. She's embarrassing you. Trust me, somebody's watching. But the fact that it was she's recording and all that as well, ridiculous, man. So get out of there, bro. Fast. Like, and I'm glad he mentioned that. You can go do what you want. I'm about to go watch this movie. So basically, he already ended that date. So good job, man. Good job. Let's get into this next.
49ers fan in Florida allegedly killed his wife and critically wounded his stepdaughter over an argument regarding the Monday Night Football game between the Niners and the Colts. It all began when the man who was a 49ers fan was watching the Monday Night Football game when his Niners were taking on the Colts, and his wife told him to change the channel of the game, in which a fight broke out. The wife then told her young son to go to the neighbor's house and call 911 while the argument was happening. While he was heading to the neighbor's house, he heard gunshots going off at his home. And when authorities arrived to the home 5 minutes later, they saw a 13-year-old girl was wounded after she was shot 2 times by the man.
Dang.
But thankfully, the 13-year-old girl was taken to the hospital. She was in critical but stable condition. And there was also a 1-year-old in the household when this all occurred, but thankfully the man didn't do anything with the baby. And there's a lot more to this story, as the man was allegedly drinking and also using drugs. So the 49ers fan ended up killing his wife, wounding his stepdaughter, and then turned the gun on himself just because his wife told him to change the channel of the game.
Wow. So, you know, of course, this being an NFL fan, you don't even have to be an NFL fan for this one. This news kind of just surfaced, and my quick take on this is like it should never get to that point. Now, me being someone who loves football, I love football. I mean, I tell myself all the time, like if it wasn't for the one channel on cable that I have, which is called Red Zone, I love Red Zone. It plays. It's nonstop football, no commercials for like 6 hours. So honestly, if it probably wasn't for that channel, I probably would not have cable. I mean, but again, I have like a bundle. I have cable, home security, and internet. You know, so obviously the home security is one major factor as well. So, but anyway, yes. So that's I don't know, man. Like I said, it should never get to that point. It is never that deep. You know, the fact that and even in the picture from what the guy just showed, they're at football game, or they were at some type of football game or something like that. The wife obviously knows that the husband loves football, or you know, probably teaching his kids football and all that good stuff. Why would you? Now again, I don't know everything. I hate to even ask, like, why would you ask him to change the channel if he's watching football? You know, and so again, it should never get to that point. It should never get to that point for anything. I mean, the fact that he shot and killed his wife, or not killed it, but, I say killed, shot the stepdaughter twice. Luckily, the little boy ran to the neighbor's house, but also you had a 1-year-old in there. So, that's a lot. That's a lot to take. You know, I do appreciate people spreading the news about this, but as long as everyone understands, man, and again, the older I get, the more I understand a lot of things in life is just not that serious. You know, heck, even driving in traffic, I cruise more now. You know, I don't rush as much. I try my best to leave the house early. It's just never that serious. Um, I remember. I think even one day. And again, this occasionally happens to everybody. When a car in front of you a car in front of you is probably at a red light. Boom, they're looking at their phone. But again, because they're not paying attention, the light is green. I believe it was either my wife or someone told me to honk at the person. I'm like, nope, I'm good. And the main reason why is because again, I have seen a situation where someone just honked at somebody. Somebody just honked at that person in front of them. The person that was in front of them hopped out of their car, started shooting at the car behind them, all because they honked at them. Now again, is this a fear? Am I like never gonna hunk at somebody? No, I will hunk at somebody if need be. But if I'm in no rush, if we're just cruising home or cruising to the stores or wherever we gotta go, it is not that big of a deal to me, man. That is where I'm at in life right now. So uh, please, y'all, please reevaluate how you view things, and especially when it comes to anger. I think we all can be angry about some of the smallest things, but look at this outcome that happened in his household, and on top of the fact they have a 1 year old, and think about it, they have a son. I don't know how they didn't say how old the son is. They have a daughter who's 13, shot twice, so she's wounded. She's still alive. But then you also have a 1 year old. The mother's shot and killed, and the father, I don't believe he killed himself, but he did. He did murder himself. So it's like now you have three kids. Yeah, three kids who whatever the case may be. Now they have to grow up without parents. Now hopefully they have some very good grandparents or aunts, uncles, somebody like that to keep them out of the system and things like that. So I mean, that's my big take on that, man. That's tough. That's very tough to watch.
No, I'm not kidding you.
What the
I work too hard for my money, lady.
Okay, you work for a job. You're doing your job. Your job
I am
doesn't
doing
include
my job, but I don't work for free.
I don't
I
tips.
work for free. Understand?
I don't do tips.
Well,
Do
then, you know what?
understand?
That is just unethical of you.
It's
That's
unethical?
unethical and un-American of you. Understand that?
Un-American?
Un-American.
Okay, what's actually American?
Un-American.
Is
You're not getting any of this. You're going to go get it by yourself.
So you're going to steal from me. You're stealing my groceries that I paid for.
I'm returning this so you can go and find it.
Okay.
You can go get it yourself, you lazy.
I paid an app. I paid an app
Oh
for
my
you
God,
to shop for my groceries.
In the face right now.
Well, that's...
Because you deserve a slap.
Oh my gosh. Are you...
Yeah, you do.
I'm recording
You
everything.
deserve a slap to wake you up.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I mean, come on. We're in 2024.
Yeah.
People are are struggling. I'm struggling to survive. I have to drive over here. Do you the favor of bringing you this 40 pounds of water, and you give me no tip?
You think you deserve a tip by saying you're going to slap me across the face?
Yes, I do. Because
no, you don't.
have done this to everyone, haven't you? You don't
I
give
don't
tips to
believe
anybody.
it. No, I don't believe in tipping a shopper.
Let
A
me ask you
lazy
this.
shopper.
How would you like it if you did that?
But I want to have a
To me.
job that put me...
No, I'm not kidding.
All right,
What?
so yeah, all right, man. Drop it down in the comments, man. I know what everybody's going to say about this one, but yes, tips are optional. I get it. I get it. I think a lot of people are working at jobs. Uber, Lyft, Instacart, which that sounds like one of those type of companies. You got Walmart. You got so many companies where everything is just delivered to you. Everything, you can be picked up. But at the end of the day, tips are optional. So, this is pretty ridiculous in my opinion, man. The driver was definitely wrong. I wonder if she could have called the cops, for theft, or I wonder what he actually could have been charged with. Somebody put that down below. But yeah, hey, this is just clear cut to the point, man. you can't. And on top of the fact, luckily her boyfriend, husband, whoever that was, recorded the whole thing. I mean, in my opinion, that is the best way to be nowadays. Don't retaliate. Don't do nothing. Just record them. You could sue that. You could probably sue that company. You could obviously that guy's probably fired right after that one. But how you gonna say I'm taking your food back? The food is sitting on the porch, so he loaded it all back in his car, all because she didn't tip him. That is ridiculous, man. So again, man, if you want to be in that type of field where whatever, got your hand out, you cannot expect tips. You in a work field like that, you cannot expect tips. That simple and plain as that. All right. So yep. Good luck to that driver. Obviously, I hope that lady got her or the couple got their food. I'm sure they got their food back, and if not, I'm sure they about to get a big payout because that is ridiculous.
Bro, why you cameraing me, bro? Why what? Bro, why you got me on camera, bro? Why you man got me on camera, bro?
No, he didn't.
It was a fart or a shit.
Now you wanna, and he gonna smell it.
Bro, why you cameraing
You
me, bro?
crazy.
Why what?
All right, man. It's bad enough that you got on basketball shorts. It's sad enough that you're sagging. But come on, bro. That ain't no fart. He know exactly what that was. But the fact that as soon as he said that, he turned around and put his hand back there and smelled it. It's white boxers. It's white boxers. But I'm talking, the doodoo stain was like this big. That was bad, man. Hygiene, man. This is why I teach my son, my nephews, any young daughters, any and everyone. You know what I'm saying? We all have to keep our hygiene in order, or you will be on camera like this one day. All right. I teach my son and my young boys, nephews, and everybody. Hey, don't be sagging around me. Don't be doing none of that. This might be a little too much TMI, but again, I have conversations with my young ones about, wiping their butt as well. I mean, it's just what needs to be said because obviously nobody's taught him how to wipe his butt. Either that or he needs to wear a diaper. He could have some type of medical issues, but that is ridiculous in my opinion, man. But again, this is the mentality. He got a beer in his hand, look like got a black and mild or something in his hand. Your priorities is all messed up, man. Shout out to my nonprofit organization, the Men Suit Up, man. I mean, I love teaching men how to, dress, how to, take better care of their hygiene, skin care, all of that, man. Men do ask me questions here and there, colognes, facial wash, floss, dental hygiene. I will mention it all to you, man. I promise you. I don't want no man, especially my black men. I don't want none of us going out here in this world. Cause look how he's walking around, man. White boxers on, sagging in basketball shorts. That is embarrassing, man. So put a comment down below. Do y'all think it's a medical condition? Do y'all think he's just an idiot and don't know how to wipe properly? That ain't even wiping properly, bro. Like you never changed your boxers probably in months or something. But that's just way over the top. All right. Also, we use the same towel multiple times.
Using the same towel multiple times is really dangerous, and most people do it every day. When you step out of the shower, your towel collects water, dead skin cells, body oils, sweat, and bacteria from every inch of your body. And once the towel gets damp, it becomes the perfect breeding ground.
Yeah.
Within just 24 hours, a used towel can grow millions of bacteria,
Dang.
including E. coli, staph, and mold spores. When you reuse it, you're basically rubbing yesterday's germs right back into your clean skin. Those bacteria can cause acne, fungal infections, rashes, and even infections if they get into small cuts or pores. And the smell? That's bacteria having a party. Dermatologists say towels should be washed after every use, not once a week. So if your skin has been breaking out, itching, or smelling strange, the problem might not be your shower routine. It might be the towel you keep reusing.
All right, so I will say this, I can't be a victim to using a towel. I promise you I will not use a towel more than 2 times. But yep, this just changed the whole game. For me, I'm gonna have to do a review, a review video on people. There's people out here in the world who don't take showers like every day, or they might take showers once a week. I think that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, and I have seen some videos on that. So I'll give my take on that some other time. Now, uh, for me and in my family, obviously we go to work, kids go to school, blah blah blah. We also go to the gym. I go to the gym quite often. So yes, I take quite a bit of showers. Especially depending on what's going on. Even today, for a perfect example, got up this morning, I took a shower, boom, took a shower, went to the gym, boom, came back home a few hours later, took another shower. Now, and I'm not ashamed to say that towel was dry. I used the same drying towel. I used a different, brand new face cloth, but same drying towel. Now, again, this just changed the whole game. I'm gonna definitely make sure I spread this, especially to my gym bros and to other. I mean, obviously any and everybody who I care about. But again, this could explain why some people have irritating skin, breakouts. Like I said, the smells and all that, the mildew smells, and who knows what else is backed up in there. But again, comment down below. How many times do you use the same drying towel? Again, I don't think you have to be ashamed of it, but again, some people have to do what they have to do. But I feel like after using this, after watching this video, how is this going to change the way your routine or how often you use the towels? Because hey, I'm probably never using the towel twice again now. One time in a hamper. All right.
He's on the phone again. There are cars around. He's literally trailing her and she's not looking.
Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna get in the car. There's no idea I'm here. Guys, let me go.
She on the phone. That
Oh my god, she's gonna freak out.
he said she might.
She unlocked the car doors too? See, that's what I'm talking about. He just made it into her car. And she's oblivious about it.
She on the phone.
She realizes in the car. Should we tell her? Should we stop everything now, or should we see what happens? She needs a lesson.
She needs a lesson.
Straight, bro.
Straight up. Straight up, bro. She ain't got.
It's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a test, it's a test. It's a
Who
test.
are you?
Let's go.
I would have shot.
Your boyfriend put me up to this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Snitch. Nah. All right. So now I made a reaction video like this not too long ago. All right. So regardless, man, woman, whoever it is, this is why it's so important. Y'all have to start paying attention to your surroundings. Um, you know, I definitely talk to my wife about this quite often, and definitely talking to my kids about this quite often. It doesn't matter if you're in a situation like this. This is kind of a little overboard, but honestly, think about it. Like I said, she almost hit the curve because she's on her phone walking out to her car, with the groceries or whatever it is in the cart. So, I'm just that type of person, man. I just as a man, as a parent, guardian, whatever you want to call me, I am the protector of my family. So I would have been very upset with my wife or even my daughters or even my son with a situation. Any loved one, I would be so upset if they were in a situation like this, man. Put the phones down. Pay attention to your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of creeps. There's a lot of crazy people around this just doing stuff like this. And again, thankfully this was a prank. But what if this was a guy who actually was just watching her and she's literally, I mean, she unlocked her car. She didn't even realize it until she put the key in the ignition and checked her rear view mirror. She did not realize it until it would have been too late if this was like a real life situation. So comment down below, what would y'all have done in this situation? Obviously she did the right thing by hopping out of the car, but that probably would be your first instinct. Even if you had a gun in your purse or your glove compartment or somewhere like that, I feel like some people probably would have done something else. And hey, just comment down below what you guys would do in this situation. All right, now to end this episode, man, let's get into some music of the week. This artist, man, they call him Les or L.E. Dollars. It's L.E. with a dollar sign. He's one of my, like, he's starting to be one of my favorite independent rappers or artists. I'm gonna just call him an artist. And the main reason is because he's very consistent. He comes out, I mean, I promise you, in the year of 2025, he probably came out with, and I believe he just came out with this album like the last week of 2025, but he's probably came out with like maybe 10 albums probably this year or something like that. I could be wrong. It could be more, it could be less, but regardless, very consistent. I love he's definitely more of your laid back artist. Very humble. Obviously, as an artist, you're gonna talk a little bit of your stuff, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you are working your tail off. If you are being consistent, your fans, wherever you from, they see what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, nothing's wrong with letting them know. But again, I love he's definitely just more of a chill, laid back artist. I love the type of music. It's just that type of music you can almost cruise on the highway to, or just vibe to if you're just chilling at home or whatever. LE Dollars, man. All right, so that's the end of this episode, y'all. I do appreciate y'all checking in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, this is Unveil the Real Podcast. I'm your host, Scoobs. Please, y'all, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you at the next one. All right? RIP to the twin, man. 2026 is here, y'all. It is here. Big things coming. Shout out to my nonprofit, the Men Suit Up. But regardless, more content, better quality content. And a lot of other things coming, but again, continue to support me on all other platforms, including TikTok and Instagram, and we will get to y'all. We will respond to the DMs. We will respond to some of the videos you guys want me to react to. And yeah, hey, let's just continue to have fun, y'all, man. I enjoy this. And hey, I hope you guys are enjoying it too. All right. Now, this is off his new album, Less, LE Dollars. This is off his new album, More or Less is the name of it. More or Less. All right. LE Dollars, y'all. The name of this song is Dust. All right. Have a good one, y'all.
Yeah. LE Dollar, motherfucker.